That's true.
And once you have your business of the self organized, you can run it professionally. If you want to have a full expression of what you truly want to become, then you have to answer 5 basic questions. And so far, in this conversation, you only answer 1 of the 5 questions. What's ideal for your career? You did not answer the other 4 questions. What's ideal for your health? What's ideal for your relations? What's ideal for your dreams? What's ideal for your retirement? After you answer those 5 basic questions, you have a full expression of what you truly want to become. And once you have a full expression of what you truly want to become, you know what to focus on for your business of the self in full.
It's powerful. Yeah, that's good.
More. Elaborate. Viewers don't understand what's in your mind when you say all of those things.
Yeah.
Powerful. Elaborate so that viewers understand what's going on in your mind.
First and foremost, you brought my awareness to this 5 departments, and I started checking them off, like health. What is my ideal health? What does it look like? You know, what's my ideal weight size? You know, and I feel like, if I'm not mistaken, so that would help me narrow. If I get my ideal weight size, it's gonna help me narrow down what I need to eat or what I don't need to eat. Right? What I need to focus on food. And if I'm guessing the R, the next one, the R, which is for it. R is next, though, right? Okay.
He doesn't remember. He's trying
The
to.
first R is not retirement. What is it?
Relations.
Relations.
There you go.
You know, and I know relation is not relationship. It's relations to the relationship, right? So my relations is like when I'm you have me thinking about what have I really done with my family? What have I done with my son? What have I done with my
Let me ask you this question so that I bring you back to Earth and not letting you running away to another galaxy again. Is this what you truly want to become? A Bruce Lee whose son does not know you and therefore cannot love you?
Wait, say that one more time. A Bruce Lee whose son doesn't know him and cannot love him. A Bruce Lee whose son doesn't know him and cannot love him. Hell no, I don't want to become that.
Then don't run away from him to another state.
Oh no. I will not leaving my son. No, moving to another state. It's because of career wise. It's not for
Exactly. And that's how many scientists help children who do not like them.
How many what have children?
Scientists.
Scientists. Okay.
To become scientists, you have to say no to everything else, including your family. You cannot become Einstein if you are a good father.
Cannot become what?
Say that one more time.
Einstein.
You cannot become an Einstein if you're too busy with your family.
For
So to become your greatest version, you got to become a Bruce Lee. Whose son?
I did not say that.
Oh,
I'm saying that if you want to become a Bruce Lee, then you may not have a son that knows you or likes you or loves
Wow.
you. You cannot become a perfect father and a perfect boxer at the same time, is what I'm trying to tell you.
what's intense?
And what you truly want to become has to be the definition of where that balance is. Do you want to make it 50-50? Halfway decent father, halfway decent boxer? Or do you want to make it 100% the best in the universe boxer and zero fathering? That
Okay.
balance.
So, I feel like this is true, but also that you can have a good relationship with your family while being a Bruce Lee of your field.
Not if you want to be number one in the universe.
Why do you say that? Elaborate, please.
There are many children in China who are brought up to become Olympians.
What? Olympian?
Yeah.
What's an Olympian?
To compete in Olympics.
Oh, Olympian.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And they spend day and night for practice on top of Tiger Mom lifestyle.
Tiger Mom?
Yeah, focusing on
School?
education and no old school, no play,
Uh-huh.
for example.
Uh-huh.
And that's how they become number one in the universe in one particular field, in one particular Olympics game. And so they have no social skills,
What
let alone parenting.
what if they just brought their kid with them? He could keep his kid on his back and then fight. Or make it a bonding time.
Now you see why many people cannot be number one in the universe, because they decided that that's too much
Too much.
for them. It's too much to box with your kid on your shoulder, let alone being too much for the kid.
Yeah, probably intense, right? You could have a bunch of kids and then you could use them as armor.
People did that
They use their kids as armor?
1,000 years ago. That's how it works. You give birth to 10 children and expect 5 of them to die, and expect 5 of them to be good, to bring good values for your retirement. That's not a joke.
No.
That is an observation made by Nobel Prize winning economists.
Yeah. My that's not even just then. Like my mom says that to me all the time, that like kids are supposed to take care of their parents in old age. You know? And all right. Yeah. I'm gonna move forward.
Is what defines each of us. Some people say, what I truly want to become is 70% for my career and 30% for my family. There's no wrong answer. The question is, where do you want to be on that scale? But that's not the only scale. There are a dozen other scales like that. And once you pick those positions, the combination of these selections express what you truly want to become in full. Then you know exactly how to focus on what you want to focus on.
Yeah, I'm lost of words. I'm just, yeah. That's deep.
This is his favorite thing to
Keep
say.
elaborating for viewers, please, because this is important for viewers to understand what went on in your mind in details, please.
What went on? I should have. Once you're done, when you explained that, you had me in my mind like designating different percentages and asking myself truthfully, like, what is it? Like, in the scale of all the stuff I'm doing, like, where's getting my most attention? In boxing, I stay in the gym for 5-6 hours a day.
That's a lot.
If I look at that, I'm trying to see how can I balance
Without
in
his
relation
kid on
to
his
all the
shoulder.
things I'm trying to do. I read for 4 hours. Okay, so I'll say that's 10 hours right there. My day is gone. Reading meaning meditating and other stuff. Then I built my son. Me and my son, we spent a chunk of
Question: how did you guys meet?
Random, the way I met you.
Okay.
hours together. But after that, I'm like, what else? That's pretty much what I do. That's pretty much what I do. And but it's not. And I'm just looking at the balance. I'm looking at the things that I still want to create, and I'm realizing that, oh, well, maybe I'm not putting. Maybe I've not come to terms with. Okay, it's okay to be a 80% dad, and it's okay to be 100%. It's okay to be. I should just make a decision of what scale I want to be, what number I want to be on the scale, and just take it, and just know that that's how much my energy can give in this lifetime based on what I'm trying to do. Is it greedy? I don't think so. I think it's based on your calling. It's based on whatever you're trying to really create. And you just have me just like see it in compartments versus a whole reality of like what the fuck is going on. Like seeing it in compartments breaks it, like gives you that okay, like you can chill a little bit. Like but it's still your decision though. But you still decide how many you want, and you're gonna live with that. Whatever you designate, that's dope. That's dope to put it in that fashion, But you're not still telling the person what to do. You're just telling them, hey, this is how you're supposed to arrange it.
That is why Thumoslang is powerful. Thumoslang is powerful because it's a language, not a philosophy.
Mm.
Thumoslang tells you how to express. It doesn't tell you what to do.
Right.
And that is the philosophy of Thumoslang. To be a language, not to be a set of rules.
To be a language, not to be a set of rules.
That's the philosophy of Thumoslang.
That's powerful. That's gangster. Yeah, that's gangster.
I don't tell you how to run your company.
Yeah,
I tell you how to organize it.
that's gangster. That's good. I like that.
Thumoslang doesn't tell you how to
You're officially a gangster.
stop. Stop. Help us along elaborate for viewers to really understand the implication of his response. speak to viewers on the screen.
Sure.
Relate to how you experienced that yourself with Thumoslang.
I know what the question is. In order to accomplish a task properly, you need the right tools. Whether you're trying to tighten a nut with a screwdriver or you're banging a nail in with a hammer, if you don't have the right tool, you can't accomplish the goal. And one of the biggest problems with the English language and with the way that our culture is set up is that there are no real tools for us to use that deal with relationships. And to have the idea to create a naming system that focuses around making those tools so that they can be used to fix relationships is genius. And the reason he reacted that way is
Who's he?
Ifani. The reason Ifani reacted the way he did is because he's starting to realize how just the idea of Thumoslang itself is able to point humanity in the right direction. And he is starting to point himself in the right direction for himself. And the great thing is there's nobody telling him exactly what he has to do to change his life. He's learning how to tell himself.
Why is it possible with Thumoslang, but not with other tools, techniques, or books or philosophies for self-development elsewhere? It's not like he's a kid.
Mm-hmm.
He's not. He's a father. He graduated and he has a career.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like he did not have enough information from the internet and libraries.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, why did all the other things did not help him in this way before? But Thumoslang is able to do it. Do you think?
I don't know how to put it into words. I can see and I feel that this is much more effective than most of the other stuff that I've read on self-development. But it's really hard to describe why.
Let me try, because this is also new to me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
What is new?
what I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
I did not have this when I first met you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can tell me if what I'm telling you is valid or not.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why Thumoslang is much more effective than all the techniques or the philosophy is because its nomenclature is solid. and it does not leave room for interpretation, such that you cannot give yourself excuses when you try not to feel guilty because you violated your own personal philosophy. So because Thumoslang has a rigid nomenclature, that's why the power of language is forcing you to face the objective interpretation of what you want to express as your personal choices, and therefore you cannot go back and twist your own personal philosophy so that you don't feel so bad of your own violation.
It's also I agree with that, and it's also one of the nice things is how expansive it is, because a lot of like self-help books that I've read in my past are the beginning of something like this, but they don't follow through all the way. And they and what I mean by that is like there's this guy John Maxwell. He has a lot of self-help books that are all focused around fixing your daily habits and every day journaling for a little bit, and ascribing goals and then writing over and over every day how you are taking steps towards your goals. But that's pretty much it. Like, and it doesn't get into anything else. And so it is a tool that you can use however you want, similarly to Thumoslang, but there's not enough structure or solidity to there's just not enough, so it doesn't create a platform from which someone can move forwards. It just becomes like a little thing you do every day, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. And that's why this is pretty useful.
Very good.